Hello and welcome back to Higher Edge Farm with me, the Walrus. And as you can see, I've managed to figure out how to use a software program to do weird moving imagery nonsense. Ooh. Yeah, believe me, I'm technologically inept. I might as well be your granddad when it comes to technology. It's a miracle I can use a smartphone. It's that sort of level of, what is this? Why is this? Also, how is this? Because I had a BlackBerry. Yeah, it's a horrible confession to have to make. I had a BlackBerry for a long time because I trusted the fact that there was an actual physical friggin' keyboard. And touchscreen palaver. Ooh, I don't know about that. Admittedly, though, from when I was about 16, I actually had a Palm Pilot, which, again, that ages me a fair old bit. And those things, their touchscreen capability was okay, but you needed to calibrate it quite regularly because, yeah. I mean, especially as a 16-year-old, it's not like I was using it for much of its intended purpose. There was a lot of using it as a MP3 player, actually. That was a big thing for me, being able to put SD memory cards into it and play music through the real music player. But anyway, before I make myself sound even more technologically inept, as you can see here in the greenhouse today, I've got a lot of random miscellanea that's ready to harvest, thankfully, due to the mixed seeds, which is great. Unfortunately, it does mean that I'm going to have to remove a bunch of these crops at a later date once I've finished harvesting from them, because I'd rather have plants that I can harvest once and replace in here, but I don't mind planting some more of those chili seed, peppers and all sorts of miscellanea. The repeated planters elsewhere in the planters. The thingies? Plant pots. There we go. I can do English. My goodness. I'm literally 3 minutes into the video and I'm already failing at life when it comes to the English language. It is a miracle that I'm allowed out in public. It really is. Now, of course, as you can see, I've got quite a nice miscellaneous collection of different fruits and vegetables, which I'm just going to throw a few of those into my vending box. Now, one of the things that I got there is, of course, I've got a hot pepper, which is the mayor's favourite. So that'll be a good gift-giving item. I've got myself an amethyst, which I'm going to give to Abigail. So I've got quite a few useful items that I can give away to people, which is kind of going to be one of my major things over the next week or so, is giving presents to people. Now, of course, I'm having a quick look through here on my inventory, because I'm trying to debate what sort of extra stuff I should be carrying as gifts. Now, of course, I'm thankful that these trees have been able to grow, because wood has been a bit of an issue. I mean, I know it's the middle of winter, and even Robin does reach out and say to you, yes, you're going to have issues getting wood. So we've got this hardwood to normal wood grinder thingy you can buy. But, meh, don't really care for that. Now, one of the things that hopefully I should be able to do today is purchase a pig, which, again, was mentioned to me by a lovely viewer who left a message going, don't forget to buy a pig, which conveniently has reminded me I need to buy a pig. I'm only going to buy the one for the moment, mostly because they are quite expensive. I should probably also grab an auto grabber for in here. But one of the things I'm also going to do is I'm going to hold on to that void mayonnaise, because I'm going to give it to Krobus. I mean, I need to visit him anyway today, being that it is Friday and he's going to have an iridium sprinkler for sale, which is lovely. And something that I desperately need, as I know it's 10 grand, but it's effort versus not having to bother. So, Marnie, let's see, what can we purchase from you? So how much is a pig? Oh, good grief, they're more expensive than I thought. It's a good job I'm only buying the one. 16,000. Goodness gracious. Well, I've got one, and I'm going to name it after my favourite character, Pam. Because everybody should name their pig after their favourite alcoholic. Which... Pam is more... like, I think Pam and Shane are both alcoholics. Pam just seems to have a better handle on it. Maybe. Okay, Haley. We're going to do some stereotypes here. Because, of course, I should be able to open a jar. Although I know full well the female farmer option also has the same interaction. But, yes, I'll open the jar for you. And thanks for forgetting my name again. And also telling me that I'm stronger than I look. She's so good at backhanded compliments. I think she's actually sure that she's actually being nice. But she is just being, well, a bit rude. I think that's just kind of her thing. She doesn't really mean to be offensive. She just has that ability of being oblivious as all hell. And I'm sure many of you have met or encountered those who are like that. Those who can put their foot in it in a fantastic way. Now, I'm actually kind of glad that Krobus doesn't talk when you give him the void mayonnaise on Fridays, because of course he keeps silent in an act of devotion to Yoba. Which I thought I was going to trick him by giving him a gift. But no, I could not bamboozle the little spirit, which is fine. Aha, Mayor, I will give you a pepper. Have a pepper, Lewis. You love peppers. I mean, he does, to be fair. Right, let's see what Pierre's quests have got. Okay, she'd like an amethyst, would Caroline. Okay. Well, convenient. I do actually have an amethyst in my inventory. So... oops. I mean, I gave it straight away to Abigail. That was silly. I'm going to have to go get another one. Not the end of the world. I've got a few. Let's see. Who else do we need to go and visit today? Well, I think I need to go and visit Gunter and put the ruby in the museum. I can't believe I hadn't already done that. I'm quite genuinely surprised and shocked in my inability to remember to put a ruby in the museum. Okay, so I got myself some iron. Of course, I'm not having the Finn from Adventure Time issue of being horribly red-green colorblind, which is... one of those things. I ended up watching that episode again recently, and it was just very much, oh yeah, very odd. Funny, but very odd. Have a poppy. So I remember that Penny likes poppies because we got told that in a secret note recently, which is good to remember. Oh, got a bit of refined quartz, so that's quite nice and helpful. And a strange doll. Maybe not the most useful of things, the strange doll, but oh well. It's a thing. I'll deal. Now, I'm going to quickly harvest those and head back to the farm for a quick temporary restock and replenish of gubbins. So I should probably sell some of that cheese and other miscellaneous. So that's some more quality fertilizer. That's going to be really helpful coming up later on, as I'm going to need more of that. Maybe I should build some more fish traps, like the crab pots. Because actually, I know I'm going to need more fish. And having taken the fishing perk that automatically refills them. Mostly because I never take that perk. So I thought I would. It does mean that I don't have to worry quite as much, as it just automatically does things for me. I'll probably remove it and swap it out later on, I don't know. Okay, so we've cleared out our inventory. And now, just going to quickly double check by refilling that. So I need an amethyst. Do I need anything else right now? That's the next question. I can't remember if there's anything else that's glaringly obvious that I desperately need. I'll have to have a quick look. Okay, so I've also grabbed out from one of my chests the ever useful maple syrup. For I am the maple syrup man now. Because I know that it is considered a liked gift by most villagers. I say most, I think everyone likes maple syrup. Now, I've grabbed a diamond because I think that's Jodie's favourite. And of course, she's the one I've got to give Christmas present to. Sorry, the Feast of the Winter Star present to. So she should be quite easy to deal with. Now, where's Caroline? She's gone somewhere. But in the meantime, I'm going to give Pierre some maple syrup. Have some of that. I know full well it's not a loved gift. But it's still good enough to give to people that they'll be happy with it. And I think, actually, it will probably help me a fair amount with the increase in relationship. Okay, so nobody's home. I enjoy how everyone just leaves their front door unlocked. You do you, champ. Maybe it's just my upbringing here in the UK where everything is locked all the time. Why would it not be? Maybe that's just me. I'm just inherently paranoid. I think that's what it really boils down to. I could buy a couple of fried eggs. I know that... Oh no, they're only considered a liked food because they're cheap and easy to do. That's annoying. Okay, well, Gus, you can have some maple syrup. Have some of that. Nice and easy. Now, I need to find Caroline and Jodie more specifically. But I'm also just going to throw maple syrup at people. Because... Have some maple syrup, Sebastian. I've given a few gifts to people. Obviously, in the past. And I know full well I've clipped bits of those out because it's very much of a... I've forgotten about people. Or it wasn't very interesting watching me running after somebody trying to give them a gift. Let's see, Robin, you can have some maple syrup. Alex, you can have some maple syrup too. And you... Aha! There we go. Jodie, you can have a diamond. And Shane can have some of that. How rude. My work is presently running around giving people maple syrup. I thought that that would be an obvious and sensible thing to do. Aha, there you are, Caroline. Have an amethyst. Excellent. So that's nice and easy. And you can also have some maple syrup. Just because maple syrup. I don't think anyone loves it. But yeah, I don't care. It's a thing. It's easy. Right, now, whilst I've got the opportunity, I'm going to quickly pop down and murder some bugs. Again, I'm going to need to keep doing this until I get enough bug meat. Now, I know full well I've got enough to just dump straight in the box that Willie has for, not quite a harvesting receptacle, but, you know, where you can dump off the darn stuff. But... I do need to get more of it, as you can see, hence why I keep coming back in. And the trouble is, I can't be bothered to go down from floor 15 to 30, then reset. Because I know that I think it does reset the floor. I say no. I think it resets the floor and respawns the monsters. I could be wrong, however. As I have been wrong many, many times before. I thankfully only need 4 more bits of bug meat, and once that's obtained, huzzah, I don't have to do this nonsense again, which is great. Now, I'm going to keep on smashing my way through here, murdering slimes as I go. I'm going to chop up some of this grass just because a little bit of extra fibre isn't going to hurt right now. Aha, some bugs. Stabbing stab. I don't think I actually got any bug meat there. That's disappointing. Right, well, you need stabbing. Okay, so I've now got some more bug meat. That's nice. Let's grab that quartz. Slice that up. Got some more mixed seeds. Could be useful later on. because I think they'll be useful in the spring. Just because it's something I can plant immediately and not have to worry about going to the CP air. Although it's not like it's much skin off my teeth to go and visit Pierre. It's not like it's particularly difficult. But, oh, I need one more. I don't mind having to go and visit him early in the spring season. Admittedly, I could have purchased some during the night market, as of course they do sell the spring vegetables at the boat that sells all the seeds. So I could have done it then. It's not really the end of the world. I really wanted to get the melons because they're quite helpful as a general rule of thumb. They're quite valuable as a crop. And I could have probably bought some more cauliflower. Okay, I've not seen one of these floors for a very long time. Oh, this is going to be annoying because these horrible swines are a pain to kill. Okay, go away. Oh, a new sword. Is it better? 30 to 45. It's the same damage, but it's got vampiric. Ooh, that could be useful. Well, I've got a way down. Let's get out of here. Okay, so I need one more bug meat. Just one. Oh, a secret note. Lovely stuff. What's it say? Oh, it's the foraging list from Linus of all of his antics of bin rummaging. Again, to each their own. I don't entirely understand why Linus does what he does, but he has his reasons, and I'll just leave it at that. Okay, so we've got enough bug meat. Let's get out of here, deliver the bug meat, and that'll be good, because that at least will be done, and that'll make me feel a bit better, as then I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so I've got myself 12 bits of coal, so I can smelt a few more of those. What are they called? Geodes, which is good. I don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Let's see, what can we do? So I've got an absurd amount of bug meat, so that's good. Put that away. Put the clay away, put the stone away. I've got plenty of stone. I should probably build myself another fish pond, just because I like having multiples of them. It's not like it's a particularly terrible thing to have. I think rice can grow in the greenhouse. I always forget if it can. Oh, there's a walk totem to the beach, because I'm lazy. And a nautilus shell. Oh, lovely. Okay, so let's go visit... Oh, another one. So Nautili are kind of an interesting little creature. My uncle used to keep them. And he did say that they were fiendishly hard to keep alive. Which I can totally understand. They are very picky creatures in terms of the things they need and require. I'm really glad I got to see them while he still had them, as they're really interesting creatures. They look so peculiar. And having always been really interested in prehistoric creatures like ammonites and the nautiloids, it was fascinating looking at something that was essentially a living fossil. It's the same as, like, a man. He also did give me a trilobite fossil, which I thought was really cool. Aha, have some maple syrup. Everyone loves maple syrup. But yeah, it was a fascinating creature to watch. And, I mean, heck, if he'd had a coelacanth, that would have been interesting. He didn't just randomly have them, I will admit. He used to run an aquarium here in the UK. A smaller scale one, not like one of the big Sea Life Centre ones. They're typically the big ones, like as a chain. But yeah, it was fascinating being able to see them and interact with some of the creatures. Watching him feed piranhas was hilarious, because they're terrified of you, unless, of course, you're leaking blood everywhere. And they'd eat fruit quite happily, so he'd just like, put his arm in with a banana. Terrifying. Genuinely terrifying to watch as a child, because you read stories and you hear stories about piranhas being horrific, vicious creatures, and then you watch your uncle just stick his arm in a tank of them. Genuinely terrifying. But, you know, hey, he made that executive decision. Crazy, if you ask me. Okay, so we're now moving on to Saturday, day 20 of winter. So, I've got to quickly water my plants here. Lovely stuff. I've got a bottle of wine to grab, which is nice and easy, to be honest. Grab myself a coconut to replace it with. Lovely stuff. And I've got another diamond, which is useful because that's going to go to Jodie. In all likelihood, to be fair. Okay, so we've got a letter. Let's see who it's from. Dear Walrus, something from Caroline about parsnips. Lovely stuff. Just parsnips aren't really particularly well grown in the winter, I will admit. Very well consumed in the winter, though. Roast parsnips covered in honey. Well, not like actually covered in honey. Like you glaze them a bit when you roast them. Again, it's the I'm not great at roast dinners. I think because I haven't lived with a lot of people. Like, I know when I was at university, I had a couple of housemates. Because the third chap, he left because he dropped out of the university. He couldn't quite hack it, which is fair. But, you know, at least he didn't figure that out after 2 years of it. But yeah, like, I've never cooked like a roast for my housemates. I didn't really get on with them, to be fair. They knew each other before they came to uni, so they were very insular. It was very hard to try and get on with them. Which is a shame. I'm sure they were lovely people, but they didn't put that best foot forward. It's probably a nice way of putting it. The other chap, yeah, I thought I got on quite well with him. He was quite nice because he was also the outsider compared to those two. Righty. But at the same time, I never really cooked a roast for anyone like that. One of the people I've lived with, she loved cooking roasts, and she was fantastic at it. So, fair play. But it's just, I've always tended to cook quicker things. I mean, I've done a few, like, I bake cakes and such, but never a roast. Which I know I feel guilty about because I've never really learned how to do. I should definitely learn how to do more. But it's such a traditional English thing. Like, the traditional Sunday roast is a big thing. I've tried to explain it to friends from abroad. Admittedly, trying to explain the concept of a toad in a hole to some Germans was quite an entertaining one. So for those who don't know, toad in the hole is a Yorkshire pudding with sausages in it. Now, Yorkshire pudding as well is a difficult one to explain because it's essentially like pancake batter without the sugar in it. And I think pancake batter, I don't even think pancake batter has sugar in it, actually, to be fair. But it's roasted. And they rise into these sort of little pudding-shaped type things. And they're a savoury thing that goes with a roast dinner. And toad in the hole is... I don't know why it's called toad in the hole, to be fair. Is just sausages inside of one. And it's quite nice. Again, weird comfort food. Welcome to England. I know our cuisine is a bit odd. It's just how we roll. We're all a bit strange. England. Now, let's grab some of the miscellany here. I really need to get enough money so I can purchase another auto grabber because I am lazy and I would very much appreciate being able to not have to faff with getting all of the eggs off the ground. along with the feathers. Okay, off we trot. Now, what other things have I got? So, I've got a few mushrooms and things, so it would be useful just to throw into the vendor box, and we'll see how well that goes. I mean, I'm not expecting an absurd amount of money today. I mean, 10 grand would be great. Again, not expecting a silly amount of money. So I'll pop the pine tar away in my construction box, along with the putting the fertilizer away and some of the other flowers and such. I didn't realise I've got 3 chocolate cakes. Can't remember when I got them. Maybe I got them sent to me, or I don't remember making them. But hey, that's another useful gift, because a lot of people quite enjoy receiving chocolate cake. I mean, if somebody baked me a 3-tier cake, I would be quite excited. I can't deny I'm not super keen on chocolate cake. Something about the artificial cocoa flavour. Cocoa powder doesn't taste right to me. I think that's what it really boils down to. So I'm a bit fussy, maybe? It's probably one way of putting it. I prefer actual chocolate. I guess is probably a nicer way of putting it. But chocolate cake and brownies have never been a big thing for me. No, not entirely sure why. Just how it goes. So, apologies for those lovers of chocolate. I am not one of you, and I'm very well aware that I'm a monster. Because some people think that one should, of course, have an intense love of chocolate, which unfortunately I don't. So, anyway, let's have a quick look and see. So I've got myself the bombs, and I've grabbed myself more of the, what's it called, syrup, maple syrup, because I'm going to head to the desert, as I would quite like to purchase some more starfruit seeds. I think that would be quite helpful. But I'd also like to see if I can get any further into the skull cannons. I'm not expecting to get very far, but it's also been a while since I've last visited the desert, and I can chop down the trees and get some more wood, which is quite helpful, more than anything really at this point, as wood is something I am in need of. And I don't think I've got enough hardwood to do the upgrade to the house. I think it is hardwood that one needs to actively do more with it. But I think I can have a quick chat with Robin and find out. That won't be too difficult. Now, so I've purchased quite a lot of things there. That's not a problem. Okay, the bouncer won't let me in yet. That's fine. You do you, champ. Let's just quickly smack that. And off we trot. Now, let's see. Slice that up. Chop this tree down. And I think what I'm going to have to do is grab myself all of the miscellanea that's on the floor. Although I can't just consume the coconuts, but I can the cactus fruit. And conveniently, there's quite a lot of cactus fruit. So that might be useful as we progress deeper into the mines of Skull Canyon. Cavern. Whatever. That was dumb. That was really dumb. Can't believe I chopped down that tree facing the wrong flipping way. Well, I never claimed to be a clever man, did I? Right, let's cut that one down. That's fine. We'll cut this one down. And that one's not going to fall in the water, so I don't care. Hoe that bit of land up. And chop down this tree as well. Now, I would love it if I can get myself 25 iridium ore, or 5 iridium bars, as, of course, that would then give me the capability of upgrading one of my tools. No, good grief. So that's quite a few mummies and a ghost right off the bat. Thank you very much. Just what I didn't need to fight. Please go away. Please get down and stay down. That would be great. Oh no. Oh dear. That was stupid. Oh. Okay, so I'm just going to jump straight down and take damage. Oh my goodness. I'm going to drink me some of that maple syrup because it might heal me up a little bit. And I'm going to eat some of this because it's the health that I need. There we go. That's better. That wasn't clever. Some stone. Not that helpful, really. I forgot that each of the rocks in here take 2 hits with the gold pickaxe. Because, of course, I've been fighting lots of creatures early on in the mines. I'm so used to just being able to go, whack, done. So I feel particularly dopey regarding that. But maybe a few more kills with these. Oh, some iridium ore, thank you. Will give me some health back, as that is a possibility when I kill something with the vampiric weapon. There we go. Let's chop up those barrels. Ah, some more amethysts. That's going to actually be helpful because of Abigail and how easy she can be to remember. Because, of course, she's got purple hair, therefore she likes purple things. Again, small things that allow me to remember certain items that characters like. It's not quite a mnemonic, or anything, but it's just a thing that I remember. And I think that's the thing, is I need to be able to remember certain characters and what things they like to have as gifts, so I can do better for the loved gifts. Good grief, these creatures are just kicking my backside in. Leave me alone, you horror. Oh, why did I put the big bomb down? That still hurt me. Ow. Well, let's go. Get down. Okay, so we've got another cactus fruit I'm going to eat. That's good. We've got another secret note, though, so that's kind of interesting. And I've got a couple of cave carrots. They're okay. Okay, so it's a picture of Marnie. And a child. Yes. I forget who it's supposed to be. There's lots of, like, little weird things in Stardew that are just, like, almost a bit creepy. Like the... is it Alex who lives with his grandparents? Yeah, I think it's Alex. Because, of course, his parents are both dead. Or something. No, his mum's definitely dead. I think his dad's abusive. Or something. He's just an asshole. Something like that. But there's a lot more to the characters of Stardew, which is really sad in some ways. It does tug at the heartstrings. And I do feel for some of the characters. Shane is definitely one I know I've mentioned him before, but he's one I feel quite badly for. Like, I think he's had quite a rough life. I can't remember. I think he's the uncle? Or is he her father, the little girl? I can't remember. Either way, I feel bad for him because he's struggled. And he needs help. And he's just not getting it. Which sucks. And that's something I will definitely say for people, is being able to look past some people's issues and like the difficulty that they're struggling with in this game. It really does showcase it quite nicely, like in a weird way. But I'm not going to dwell on that right now. I'm going to dwell on stabbing purple slimes down here before we get a bit too serious. Oh goodness, that hurt me. Let's grab that. Oh, there's a big purple one. Please die and give me lots of iridium. Oh, you didn't give me any. Boo. You suck. Explosions. Okay, a lot of omnigeodes. Now, of course, I've mentioned I need omnigeodes because I'm after the basalt. Now, of course, I haven't seen much of that yet. Oh, this is going to not be fun. I think I'm going to probably end up retreating from this because that's a lot of slimes that I don't think are going to be that easy to deal with. Unless my sword decides to just murderize things and proc the healing. Oh, it's run away, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. Ah, ha, 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 ha. That was far too close. I'm not going to do that again. I'm just going to eat a couple of cave carrots just to heal myself ever so slightly. I'm not expecting to run into anything else, but I am an idiot and I am expecting to need that. Ugh. That was far closer than I would have liked. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's head back home. Now, I did skip a little bit there, mostly because I spent about 5 minutes trying to stick a solar essence into the eye of the skeleton of that creature. Because I remember that was something you need to do. But you need to be told to do it by Mr. Key. Which I remembered after wasting 5 minutes trying to spam that into his eye socket. Let's just say I feel particularly stupid now. Okay, so let's quickly go back into the saloon. And there are many people here who are going to receive maple syrup. All the maple syrup for everyone. Because everyone likes maple syrup. Even Pam. But I could have bought a bit. I can't afford a beer, so I'm not going to give her a beer. Now, nobody else over there that I haven't given a gift to. Off we trot. So I do feel bad that like Shane and Pam are very easy to improve your friendship with, because you just give them alcohol, which again probably shouldn't be doing for either of them. But oh well. Easy enough, though. So, let's have a quick look through. So, we're getting up to the end of the day. It's only 10 o'clock, but I have taken a feral cracker damage. But the next thing we need to do is just quickly sell through some of this miscellaneous guff that we have here. I might hold on to that winter. I was debating holding on to the winter root because I was wondering if I could make more of the winter seeds with it, but doesn't matter hugely. Okay, so we're going to put the ore away. We haven't actually got a huge amount of ore from that little expedition, but then again, there wasn't actually much for me to mine. But we did get a good 150 something, 59 wood, so that's good. Extra wood is always helpful, and especially at this point where I desperately kind of need some, because I do want to build more upgrades generally, but I do very much want to build, what's it called, a shed, as I feel that a shed will be quite helpful. Being able to use it as a what's it called, thingy. I'm doing words so good. I'm going to use it as a storage facility for my kegs and my preserve jars, because then I can use that, I think, quite useful. Otherwise, I think I need to get myself quite a lot of hardwood so I can make myself a stable, because actually being able to move around a bit quicker probably wouldn't hurt at this point. I don't think it would be a bad thing to have. I think that's something I very much need to do in the next couple of weeks. If I can get that before the beginning of year 2, that would be sensible, I think. As having the horse will allow me to just get around a lot quicker. Plus you can put hats on it, which I think is adorable. And something that is very important. It's obviously really important to be able to do. Okay, let's put the cave carrot away. I've got the starfruit seeds, which I'm going to plonk in the, what's it called? The greenhouse for general storage. And so I've got quite a lot of the winter forageable there, which is good. And hopefully I'll be able to get more out of that. I think I've got another harvest. I think that a lot of them will mature tomorrow. And then I think they've got a 7-day growth cycle, so I should be able to get another batch of them out, which is kind of what I want. Okay, so we've got some iridium ore there, so that's good. Unfortunately, we didn't get enough to have 2. But that's another one smelting, so we'll have another iridium bar, which I'm not going to turn into a sprinkler. I am going to turn that into a... well, save it towards an upgraded tool. Okay, so we've got 8,700, so not bad for a day of not a huge amount, really. I didn't do much that day. Right, so let's see what this letter is. So we've got a lot of wine as well there. Blah, blah, blah. She'd like 10 pieces of hardwood. Okay, well, that's super easy. I think I've got a chunk of that anyway lying around. Shouldn't be too much. I've got 58. So I'm going to have to go to the secret foresty bit every day for the next couple of weeks, I think, just to harvest that. Because I think that's a very sensible and prudent idea. Okay, so we've got ourselves a bunch of starfruit wine, so that's valuable. Let's quickly water the cat's dish. And let's grab ourselves some fruit. Well, I say fruit. It's a miscellaneous selection. I don't think I'd really want to eat a crocus, to be fair. I mean, I've eaten violets. Voluntarily as well, I will admit. Not like I just randomly ate a violet. I probably did as a child. I mean, I was an idiot. Still am, to be fair. Okay, so let's see how many wild seeds we can make. Probably quite a few, I think. Let me have a quick... I'm just trying to do the maths in my head. And, of course, being an idiot, can't really remember how many. Well, 70 is pretty darn good. That should give me an even greater amount of harvestables. I'm hoping I am correct in the fact that they have a 7-day growth period, because then they should be ready by the 28th. If I'm wrong, well, that's going to be a waste, and I will feel like an idiot. But, hey-oh, I deserve what I get. So let's quickly sow some more. So I still need another 8 plots. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 more. So that's that one and that one. Done. Okay, so now to water all this mess. There we go. I think I want either the... I can't really decide which of the many tools I want to upgrade first. So, hey, I'm going to throw this one open to the floor. So please do comment which tool you think I should upgrade first. Myself is not an option, please. I am an idiot. But I can't be upgraded with iridium bars. Right. So we have these ones and then those 2 as well. And sploosh. Lovely stuff. So I'm going to need to get some more fruit in the kegs as well. So let's put some more star fruit in there. Lovely stuff. I think I'm going to put the shed roughly where those kegs are. So I'll wait until they have been they've completed their brewing cycle. Right, so I've got the hardwood ready for Robin. I've got a pepper for Lewis. It's not too bad, really. I'm pretty much ready to roll. So let's have a check and see what's grown in the greenhouse today. Oh, some more starfruit and a buttload of sunflowers. Now, if memory serves again as well, most flowers, with the exception of poppies, are also considered a liked gift by most people. So, I could also just give sunflowers to people, which isn't exactly a terrible thing. They're pretty. And they're also horribly out of season, so maybe people will appreciate the fact that they're really weirdly out of season. Maybe. Well, let's plant some more starfruits, because, yes, a high-value crop is always good to have, ready to go. This is why I need more kegs as well. So I can essentially just turn this quantity of star fruits into wine. As that's really where the cash money is going to be for me. You know, and they're all silver and golds, so that was pretty good. I'm glad I fertilized the ground in here. Now, let's just double check something. Don't need all those the seeds for the sunflowers. They'll be useful to plant again, but right now, don't need them. Okay, so I'm also going to go and quickly grab these 6 fish out of here. I've got myself some more super cucumber roe. You still want the basalt. I'm aware. I just haven't had any luck with getting some. And I think that's the issue that's annoying me at the moment, is I really need to be able to get some of the damn stuff. Unfortunately, it does mean that I need either lava or omnigeodes. And I don't know which is going to be more useful, or which is more likely to actually give the give that to me, because I want that basalt. I do need to figure that out. If I can figure out which one is more likely, then I can either try and go for whichever one is more likely to give me the basalt. I think that's the issue I've got, is which one is more likely to give me the end result that I need. Oh well. It's not the end of the world. I will figure it out, and I will get one, and I will give that to the lava eels, and they'll be happy. And that's what I want, is happy fish. Because more lava eel roe is more value. And I like money. I very much like money. Right, so we've got ourselves some more maple syrup. I really need to make some more tree fertilizer as well, so I can fertilize that little section down there, which will allow me to cut down the pine trees that are a bit of a mess at the moment. Because they're just an absolute mess at the present moment in time. So I'm going to sell those sunflowers. I'm going to sell one of the void mayonnaises. The other one's going to go to Krobus. And I think I'm going to put the starfruit in there for now. There we go. So that's my wine making bits ready. And off we go. Let us visit the town and say hello to people and give them gifts. Gifts of flowers or maple syrup. Because apparently people are quite easy to please with that prehistoric tool. So that's Lewis, right? I do feel that he's a little bit rude at times. Like, he's a bit naughty. It was Alex. So, because of course I've been giving gifts to people quite a lot, it obviously means that I get the cutscenes with people, which is really nice. I think this will actually answer my question of, is it his dad being an arse? Yeah, I heard everything. It's difficult to answer sometimes, because I don't want to lie. Which is something I've always found very difficult, is making the right moral decision in video games. Oh yeah, so his dad was not a good guy. And I think his mum dies. Yeah, mum got sick and passed away. It must be hard for him, because, like, obviously it doesn't tell you how far away he's had to move back home. Well, sorry, I say back home, to live with his grandparents. But I do also feel bad for the dog, because it's, like, fenced in the winter. Can we do something for the dog, please? Poor doggo. But oh well. Right. Okay, so. We've got another quest available from Pierre's. A diamond to give to Sandy. Okay. And for 2,250... The trouble is, it's going to cost me 500 to go and see her. Oops. I didn't mean to eat that. But I did. Well, Abigail will also eat it, because she likes eating everything, apparently. I don't quite understand why she says that it looks delicious for pretty much everything. So bizarre. But apparently she will eat almost any gift you give her, especially if it's a liked one. Because she's a bit strange. Ah. Hello. Imagine walking into somebody's house because you smelt cookies. It's a bit cheeky. But hey. I do enjoy some nice cookies. And I think she actually gives you the recipe now, doesn't she? Yes, she does. Fantastic. So I now can make cookies, which is lovely. Where's your husband? What have you done with him? Yeah, where is he? I mean, where have you put an old man in a wheelchair? I know he's a cantankerous old fart, but where is he? No, don't eat the sunflower. Give it to Sam. I mean, he's got hair like a sunflower, so maybe he'll like them more. Again, I'm sure it's a liked gift with him, so that's good. Lewis, my good man, I bring you a pepper. Just one. Can't have too many. Just the one. Okay, so let's have a look now. Obviously, we don't have any bother with relationship with Gunter, because apparently the man who runs a museum you can't have a friendship with. He's not allowed. Just no. Can't have that. I was hoping that Penny would be in here, but then I realised that it's Sunday and she's not going to be teaching the kids because I think she gives them the weekend off. Which I think is sensible. Give them an opportunity to run around and be small children. That's how things go. And, oh, drat, he doesn't like flowers, does he? I forgot about that. Oops. I'm going to have to give him something real nice next week. 2 really nice things. 2 things that he loves. I think he likes iron bars or something, or gold bars or something silly. Which is... It's a bit odd, because he works with metal. So why would he be all excited about it? I don't know. Okay, so obviously I've got a relationship enough with Krobus that we end up with this weird slap fight in the sewers. What on earth is going on? Like, what the hell? Like, obviously, like, the dwarves and shadow creatures are unknown to humanity. Because otherwise, how are you going to... Imagine going down and just seeing that. Oh, okay, and the wizard just turned up and set them on fire. Good grief, Rasmodius. You are an interesting character. Yes. Stop misbehaving, you two. I wonder if you come down on a Friday... Will that little cutscene trigger? Because, of course, he talks. Again, it's I'm just trying to think of that. Is there any way of getting him to break his vow of silence on Fridays? Which I know is an awful thing to try to think about. Just, how can I torture the random shadow spirit into breaking his vow of silence? There we go. So Krobus is happy with the void stuff. So that's nice. And I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, no. I want to get the return scepter. I just don't have 2 million G. I've got 9,000. That's going to be a while anyway. But once I earn that, then I can use the return scepter, which I think just teleports you straight back to the farm, which is good. Oop. Have a flower. And Penny can have a flower. And everyone can have flowers. I feel like Oprah. You get a flower and you get a flower. Everyone gets a flower. Except, you know, probably not quite as nice as receiving a car or something. Does he like flowers? Yes, apparently so. Well, let's go visit Robin because we've got some wood to give her. The hardwood, at least. And another cutscene with Sebastian. So, obviously, because I haven't really focused on giving people gifts, it's now kind of kicking in now that I'm actually doing it a bit more. So I'm probably going to see quite a lot of these cutscenes, which is kind of cool. Now, like, I've never owned a motorcycle, so I don't actually know how easy they would be to maintain yourself. I know how to maintain my car just about, but there's a lot on it physically unable to do these days. I mean, it'd be kind of interesting. I think if I lived somewhere like Stardew Valley, I'd probably get a motorcycle, because I'd be out in the middle of nowhere, less traffic, less likely to run into issues. Because I think that's actually genuinely a thing. Like, my father said it to me. It's like, don't get a motorcycle because the traffic is there's just too much of it on the roads these days. It's too dangerous. He used to ride a motorcycle when he was about 16, so I totally understand it because he's speaking with the words of experience. And he fell off a lot. But then again, like me, my dad's an absolute idiot. I love my father, but good grief. Okay, so Robin, obviously having worked well at this, and there's your hardwood for you. Excellent stuff. So that's Robin's request done. So I need to give Sandy a diamond. Now I know it's going to cost me 500 to go and visit her, so it's useful, I guess, as an opportunity. Would you like a daffodil? No, sunflower. Apparently he's not keen on sunflowers either. Okay, Sebastian, I will bear that in mind and only give you maple syrup or other things that you like, which I can't remember what he's keen on. I've got to remember. Anyway, I still need to get a rainbow shell. Unfortunately, I think that they are only dropped during the summer. I think there are creatures that can drop them. And I think that one of the fish in the fish pond, like the rainbow trout or something, gives them to you. Can't remember, though. So that's going to be something that's going to antagonize my brain for a bit, because I need to remember which one I need and where on earth to get it from. But that's just how this rolls. Okay, so it's not quite the end of the day. I haven't really used up a huge amount of energy. But there's not really much else I can do today, to be fair. I think maybe an early night for the walrus is a prudent option. Well, let's make some more fertilizer, because, again, that's going to be a daily thing, just making 6 fertilizer, because I need it. I know I'm going to need a lot of it, so maybe I need to get more fish that are low value that I can just, sell. Well, I say sell, sorry, turn into it, because that's something I'm going to need to do. And I want to be able to have a lot of fertilizer ready for the spring, so I can have some decent crop, a decent selection of crops. I think I'm gonna. Do I have enough for I can't remember. I don't think I've got any strawberry seeds. If I do, that would be great, because strawberries are constant. They're one of the best early. Why did I get 5 coal? Oh yeah, so I wanted to smelt 4 things. I wanted to smelt 4 quartz. I didn't mean to grab the iron ore. Oops. Well, that's that sorted. Righty. Now let's put those in there. Put the stone away. And I'm going to put the art piece back in the house, as that would be sensible, I think. In here we go. So, we've got a reasonable amount of stuff ready to go. I still need to get a little bit more ready. Let's see what else I can cook. Okay, so I could make some cookies, which is nice. And I can make a chocolate cake. That's easy. Okay, so I made the chocolate cake now for the first time, apparently. And I've got myself a new achievement, which I think is having cooked a lot of the recipes. So I'm going to hold on to that, because I think that's the other thing that Jodie really loves. For loved gifts. So I think that's really much going to wrap everything up for the walrus today. So please do check in, and on our next video, when it gets uploaded. And if you did enjoy watching me or listening to me playing some Stardew Valley, please do like and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next Walrus Plays.